It is an absolute emergency. We got a game. 1 second. We have a game. Get out of this. Get. I was building a team for the last video. Go. We gotta wait. Wait for me. Do Oz speed fight. Oz speed fight. Commentate Oz and Bean. That's a lot of threes. Quick. Commentation. Enter room ID. Wait. Make volume a little louder. 35333909. That's a lot of multiples of 3. Everything but 5 in that is 3s. Everything but... No, not join queue. Yes. Spectate. Commentate. A multiple of 3. Okay, Glalie, Incin. Whoa. Glalie, Incin, Skeletor, Palafin, Milotic, Toxapex versus Floette. Who can Mega Evolve? Oh my gosh, Beats bringing Floette for the first time this entire tournament. Meowstic, Dragonite, Superior. I'm covering Scovillain. I'm gonna put myself here. Scovillain, and whoa. Okay, this horse very scary. The number is also fully divisible by 9, which is also a multiple of 3. Which is also a multiple of 3. Game 3 foreshadowing. Uh-oh. Oz does not like his team. I have popcorn with me today. I'm gonna lower the game volume, and we're gonna lock in. I have a local tournament sometime in August. It's gonna be so good. Oh, wrong lead from Beans. We have Swiss and Banana Tree with what the frick? Etzelacolali and Keolaxahicli. What? I don't get what these names are. The scariest snake of today versus the scariest exploder in history. I'm seeing Flip turn into Meowstic with Explode. This Glalie can't Mega Evolve though. Wait! No Mega Team! Bean says this was the wrong lead. Hard switches Palafin. Glalie! Oh, gets faked out. And the snake hits Dragon Pulse. Oh, nope, Leaf Storm into the Palafin slot. 72 into Eldurge here. Special attack is now +2. And Life Orb from Banana Tree makes it lose some HP. Unfortunately, Glalie was flinched. And proof of a slow Glalie has been shown. Moody, speed rises, but special attack falls. If my memory serves me, I think Glalie is a special attacker. But I might be wrong. And no, Frostless is special. Glalie is physical. I'm stupid. So everything is fine. We will see an Ice Fang. Explosion's still physical, so nothing changed. What's the point of this Glalie? What's the point of this team? Oz did not let me team. I didn't T-bill with anyone this week. Oh, Skeletor got yawned. Ooh, wait, priority yawn's kind of funny. Spikes coming out. Glalie is now the fastest Pokemon on the field. Banana Tree using Leaf Storm, missing it. Unfortunate. Torch Song's going to be going into Banana Tree. We know it's Life Orb. Is it statted? It is not. Oh, it is! It lives on 3! Beans is very we now have a +1 Skeletor. Oh! And Glalie is now neutral on his special attack, with his special defense being a little lower. Just don't miss. You obviously did not play enough Groudon. This person obviously did not play Groudon. Being mad about missing is just something you have to get over whenever you hit Precipice Blades. Oh, Meowstic switches out to Mudsdale. Spooky. My bad. Ooh, Ice Beam going into Banadry. Banadry being good. They're gone. The special attack on Glalie is now completely neutral and now just being the fastest thing on the field. It's going to be really hard to make up. Shadow Ball going in there. Mudseal's going to eat that and probably eat a Citrus Berry here. Stamina raising its defense, but unfortunately it's in front of two special attackers. With Leftovers Recovery, we're at 45 HP, a little under half. Torchman is now asleep. Special attack rising, attack falling. This is perfect. We are now +2 special attack. I think that's how Moody works, right? Meowstic is back. Able to click Fake Out once more. Glalie is at risk of being faked out and hit with any ground-type move. If I were in the driver's seat right now, I would switch out Glalie for either Incineroar if I had it, or Palafin. And then I would switch this one out for whichever one I didn't switch out. Milotic is the last Pokemon. Protect on the Mudsdale. Didn't hit Fake Out. What are we pressing? Substitute. We were being a little bastard and pressing Substitute. Oh, wait, I can put my thing here and I won't cover anything. Oh, Trick Room was set by... who? By Swiss. Meaning now Glalie's the slowest Pokemon on the field, but Melodic does not mind Trick Room in the slightest. Thank goodness it's not freaking Psychic Terrain anymore. We've seen, I think, every move on Swiss. We've seen Yawn, we've seen Fake Out, we've seen Trick Room. I don't think we've seen the fourth move, and if the fourth move is Psychic Terrain, I'm still gonna kill Beans. This is a battle for who will be the first Pokemon to go. I think it would be 2 and 2. Protect. Oh, if Beans loses this, I'm number 3 in the tournament. Yawn going in the Melodic slot. Does Melodic go before Mudsdale? It does! Scald, hitting the Mudsdale, killing it in one shot. Beans is very confused why he protected. Ice Beam coming out and doing a ton of damage because of Moody. Swiss is absolutely cooked, and now there's only one Pokemon standing between Beans and losing. Beans is very confused why he hit Protect and Trick Room. Very tired, as it is currently. I wonder what his time is. He lives in Britain, right? What time is it in Britain? Oh, Dragonite was the last Pokemon. That was not ending well. Current time in the United Kingdom is 10:24. So they could be very tired. The highest populated city, the largest city in Britain is London with 8,980,000 people, followed by Birmingham at 1,144,000. With Liverpool following right after at 864,122, then Glasgow at 626,410. And then finally with Sheffield closing out the top 5 at 556,500. They are currently in daylight savings time. And their time zone is considered UTC +0 because they are on UTC. I believe we are at BST right now in Britain. So we are doing perfectly fine. Let's spectate and see what happens. Spectating from Oz's perspective once more. Oz, however, is not burdened by sleep because he's been playing Unite all day. And speaking of, if you want to play Unite, do it. Unite is not losing all of its tournaments. It's just getting its own little place where Unite can be focused on. Moody is a great ability for Glalie, and honestly, seeing as they brought Dragonite into a Glalie team last time, it's very likely we will see an adaptation with Floette leading the charge this time. Oz versus Beans. The Polytoad Admirer versus whatever the heck that Beans thing is. This is extremely interesting. Let's see if I can get myself centered. Whoa. Oh, okay, it's 1005 pixels, 1005 pixels. That's as close as I'm getting to that. Oh yes, we did see an adaptation, now leading Mega Floette and Meowstic into Toxapex Palafin. Oz has been playing a Toxapex team in actual competitive Pokemon for a little bit now, and feels very confident with the Pokemon. So I'm happy to see that they did bring them along, as they did end up drafting Toxapex. This Pokemon can do quite a lot, including but not limited to Toxic Stall, Aggressive Poison Attacker, and most importantly, what everyone knows Toxapex to be doing, winning a regional. I think Toxapex has won at least one regional in its time, which is more than, I think there's I forget what Pokemon I'm supposed to say here. Floette Mega Evolves, likely clicking Calm Mind. Flip Turn, likely coming out of the Palafin here, as there was no switches. Or they're just going to keep Palafin in and try to kill Meowstic. Meowstic hits Fake Out into the Palafin slot. We will not be seeing Palafin lead this turn. Moonblast, also going into Palafin, not wanting to see the Hero form come out. Palafin completely dead. Moonblast coming instead of Calm Mind. Going with a more fast mode instead of Trick Room. Toxic going into the going into the going into the Floette here. Floette being hurt by poisoning, going to 94. Wolf's Incineroar. The same Incineroar I have. Not sure if his stats have been changed. Could Terrastalize Bug here. I'm joking. Incineroar coming after the last adaptation, trying to make it even harder for Mudsdale to get online. Fake Out now being possible into the Floette. Or Meowstic to not deal with Prankster shenanigans, mainly Yawn. Calyrex Dirt coming out. Fake Out going into that slot. Stamina rising its defense. Yawn going into the Toxapex. Toxapex is on a timer unless they can be swapped out. Of falling asleep. Toxic just going into the Swiss, not even caring. That Swiss is not safe to eat. Very moldy. More moldy than normal Swiss is. Because the holes in Swiss are cutting out little mold things, I think. Right? That's how that is. Okay. We likely have to switch out Toxapex here to avoid a Stomping Tantrum. Or that's their signature move, right? I forget what Mudsdale does. Mudsdale likely going to be clicking Iron Defense to go for heavy slams and body presses. Unless Beans, removes body press in favor of a different move. Toxapex switching out into something in the back, likely. We only have one Pokemon left to be revealed from both sides. Looks like it was a complete adaptation minus Palafin from Oz here, even though he was winning last time. Floette coming back out. Protect being hit by Mudsdale, even though they're in front of a poison type. Parting Shot going into the Mudsdale slot. Toxic also going into the Mudsdale slot. That was unironically an amazing protect from Mudsdale. Oh, Toxapex falling asleep. Oz not really caring about that Yawn. Might screw him over in the game. Because now he can't really deal with this Floette. This Floette has all the time it needs to get online, press Calm Mind, and start setting up for an insane comeback for Beans. With all the threes in this game's private code, it might be foreshadowing a game 3. Especially with the current standings. Moonblast going into the Incineroar. Incineroar going to 40. Parting Shot going into Mudsdale anyway, switching out for his last Pokemon in the back. Which is a Paldean champion, Skeledirge. Earthquake coming out! Skeledirge is not going to be enjoying this. Skeledirge down to 53. Toxapex living that very well with his Shuka Berry. Still fast asleep, no turn 1 wake up. Girona is down below 50. But honestly, with the current team, I would stay with Floette. Especially when your biggest threat is currently asleep. And if both Pokemon would I would double into the Skeledirge. The only switches they can really do are really good here for you. So you would click Earthquake, and then you would click Light of Ruin. Protect! Expecting another Earthquake. Light of Ruin going into the freaking Toxapex, expecting the worst to come. Toxapex down to 42. We know it doesn't run Citrus. Damaged by the recoil of Light of Ruin. Earthquake still coming out. It looks like our flower will be leaving us today. The flower is out, but Toxapex is not, and it has been 3 turns of sleep. Will Toxapex wake up, or will we have to wait for another turn? Toxapex wakes up, hitting Toxic into the Mudstale. Mudstale now is on a timer as well, unable to get anything from leftovers. All damage is now permanent, however its defense is insanely high. This is a good position for Beans. Even though they just lost their Mega, they still have their back Pokemon, they still have Swiss. Superior coming out late into the game, Torch Song still being an option. In front of a Poison type and a Fire type, I don't really see why Superior was brought here. However, seeing as there's no Glalie, I guess Dragonite would have been the better play. But Floette has carried its weight. Palafin not on the field. Incineroar sitting at, I believe, 53 HP in the back. 53% HP in the back. And Toxapex is really low here. Toxapex switches out for Incineroar to lower the attack of Earthquake. Hopefully, what we know, Incineroar can live it, but can't Skeledirge. Intimidate rises, but Banantry's attack. Banantry hits Leaf Storm. Going down to 11 HP. I thought they had Citrus Berry, I guess not. Special attack rising. Life Orb lowering it down to 90. Earthquake coming out. Nope, Torch Song. What? Ooh, Banantry lives on 15. Way better roll from last time. Special attack rising on Skeledirge. High horsepower into the Skeledirge. No longer having to worry about it. It is now a 2v3. Beans may make it a game 3 here. Absolutely insane gameplay from both players. And if you want gameplay just like this, you should subscribe to my channel. I'm joking. If you want more gameplay like this, my channel is always going to be continuing to report on draft matches as often as I can get them. Toxapex coming out, daydreaming about not having to do a game 3, but it's not looking good. Toxapex at 47, and Incineroar at 11. Incin does have Fake Out here. I don't know if we... Wait, does Incin have Fake Out here? I believe Incin has Fake Out here. Fake Out into Banantry might screw over the game a little, but high horsepower being shown. Oh, high horsepower on the horse. Why didn't I expect high horsepower on the horse Pokemon? I'm smart, guys. Switches out Mudstale! What is this play? Going into Swiss to avoid Fake Out, maybe. Hitting Protect on Banantry. Toxic likely going into Superior here. Fake Out going into the Mudstale slot. Okay, I'm crazy. Hitting Recover. We're now in the part of the game where Toxapex really shines, being able to live through basically anything their opponent throws at them, and hit Recover regardless of the game state. Toxic Stall is something that Oz has been really good at recently, and has been trying to incorporate into more of his team builds, more of what he's doing. He has a really good endgame strategy, but can we play around it? Fake Out going into the Incineroar, not trying to get hit with Flare Blitz. Taunt going... Oh, he has Taunt on the Superior to avoid Recovery Stall! This is insane! Taunt not being on Swiss like they would expect. It's anyone's game now! Toxic can't be pressing the Superior. And Incin only having 80 speed. Unless it's a fast Incin. I'd be surprised by a fast Incineroar. Superior has a really good game here. Swiss being switched out for Mudstale now that they can worry about literally anything but what this... Giga Drain to gain a little bit of HP back. Let's see if this Toxapex has an attacking move or if it's just game over. Life Orb bring Banantry down to 10. It can pretty much die to anything. It has no moves. It has to struggle. This is why you always put an attacking move onto your supportive Pokemon. No infestation on the Toxapex. I would expect Scald. The game has been forfeited. We are getting a game 3. All those 3s and 9s really were saying something about how this game is going to go. But if you take a 9, flip it around. Flip it around, take off the tail. No infestation, writes variously from Beans here. We will likely be seeing another game from Oz and Beans, which is insanely good. For Beans here, it was looking very unwinnable, but Beans was able to play around Toxic Stall, having dealt with it enough in their life to put Taunt on one of the craziest Pokemon to ever see it. Then again, that's probably really common. Folks. Game 3, I actually don't know what the adaptation is here. Toxapex did not work very well, but Glalie did. They might be going back to their game 1 strategy of hoping that Moody gives that Glalie exactly what it needs. However, Tricker being shown in everything else that we have. The Incineroar Professor versus the Politoed Admirer one more time for it all. We are doing what was initially a improper lead last time. Turns out to be really good. And we have Incin Palafin likely to... Actually, I don't know. Meowstic's faster than Incin, so... If Meowstic fakes out Incineroar here, we will not be seeing any fake outs from Incin. Leaf Storm into Palafin is a guaranteed OHKO, especially with Life Orb. Unless this Palafin's somehow sad to live it, but I don't see how that happens. Switching out Palafin, likely for Skeleturge if they have it in the back, because they did bring Skeleturge the last 2 games. Yep. Is this Skeleturge Glalie? It's Skeleturge. Fake out going into the Incineroar slot. Leaf Storm going into the Palafin slot. Oh, Leaf Storm misses! No damage. No contrary boosts for this turn. All gamblers will lose at least once. Most gamblers twice. Most gamblers twice. And every gambler at least 50 times, which is why gambling is not worth your time. But you know what is worth your time? It's sharing this video around to your other VGC enjoyers, especially if you are in the draft where I send these videos normally. And if you're not, welcome, welcome. I try to release content at least 3 times a week. But sometimes I forget that my elevator music is copyrighted, and then 2 of my videos become invisible to the public. Banana Tree hitting Protect to avoid Torch Song. What is Swiss going to be doing here? Yawning the yawner. I put Yawn on my Skeleturge personally, but the Skeleturge just wants to click Torch Song. An unfortunate moment. Switching in Palafin would be really interesting here. Darkest Lair going into Swiss. Swiss going down to 20 HP. 20%. My bad. Critical hit on the Darkest Lair. I personally wouldn't know that. Citrus Berry bringing it back up to 45. Beans, unfortunately, having a really good turn and also a really bad turn at the exact same time. Crit as well. Lives that perfectly without a berry. Likely statted for that, especially with 32 HP and 32 defense. I personally wouldn't... 32 HP, 32 defense, and 2 in attack would be the best stat line here. But I think that no speed investment, maybe possibly timid Swiss would outspeed an Incineroar on average. That's one of the very unfortunate things about Incineroar. Everyone knows what you're doing with it, so they can try to play around it best they can, but Incineroar, that cat is just really hard to deal with, which is why it is known as the VGC Pokemon. You will never see it in singles, but sometimes, very rarely, you won't see it on the VGC team, especially here in Draft. Mudsdale coming back in. It's Mega still not being revealed. Likely Dragonite. Ooh, switches out Swiss. We will see the 4th. It's Floette in front of 2 fire types. What are we doing? Torch Song. Oh, he's expecting another Darkest Lariat. Does he get his call? The British man doesn't even take damage with the Floette. Parting shotting the Mudsteel slot. So that way it's special. Wait, would you parting shot? Were you calling out a switch? An insane switch call out, which actually works well in their favor. Melodic is the last Pokemon. Everyone's 4 Pokemon have been revealed. And it's only 6 minutes into the game. can admit here is that Beans and Oz both have really good stat lines. If Beans loses this game, I will be in the top 3, but I'm currently top 4 in the draft. But if Oz wins, there's nuggets in there, kid. Eat. Ooh, Mudsteel leaves. Superior coming in. Was the switch expected? Oh wait, Skeletor's is asleep. I'm stupid. Flood, Mega Evolves. Likely hitting Moonblast into the very, very bulky competitive Pokemon. Ruin. Does it do enough? Taking no damage from Scald. Would be expected. Mainly an Ice Beam. Does Melodic get Icy Wind? Get Icy Wind, I think? Does it? I mean, I would be surprised. I wouldn't mind. Melodic... Wait, let me look up Melodic on Showdown. This is important. Melodic switching out for Palafin, likely. Oh, Incineroar! We will not see this Palafin again. The mic cuts. Leaf Storm coming in. Doing no damage, but it does give him a contrary boost. Light of Ruin? If Skeletor wakes up, that Torch Song does look pretty devastating right now. They don't have the HP to live it. Moonblast. Into the Incin slot. 35 on Incin. Citrus Berry bring it back up? No Citrus Berry. What? What's Incin's ability? What's Incin's item? Have we been revealed that yet? I actually don't know. Oh no, no, that's a Shuka Berry. What's the item on Incineroar? Whatever. Incineroar being able to click Fake Out into wait, no, Fairy Aura, right? Fairy Aura stops that? Floette. I don't know what Fairy Aura does. Zern, yes. No, okay, just buff Fairy type moves. Okay, whoopsie. Anyway, what was I checking? I was checking if Melodic got Icy Wind. It does get Icy Wind. Or Ice Beam. Just use Ice Beam. I would use Ice Beam in that slot personally to cover for switches, but... But I like more aggressive Melodics, so... Very interesting what we have here. Fake Out going into... Fake Out, stopping that. Leaf Storm! Does kill! Getting another +2. Does the Skeletor stay asleep for the 3rd turn? I think it's 3 turns of sleep that it's guaranteed wake up though, so this is a Torch Song. Banana Tree will be dying at this HP if Torch Song comes out. Flinches! Wakes up! Torch Song into Banana Tree. Hopefully. Yep. There is no more Superior on the board. Superior has been doing a very good job sweeping. Both of the water types now are able to play the game. However, we still have Mudsteel is not looking too good, especially with Palafin in the back. Palafin, a very aggressive Pokemon in this format, especially whenever no one really has the options to deal with them. And we know that the only grass type that was brought was Superior. Palafin coming out. Swiss right here to fake out that Palafin and buy another turn for Floette to be able to KO it. Oh, wait, the Palafin hasn't taken any damage because of the hard switch, but we do know that Moonblast will KO this Palafin, even in hero form, I assume. Pulling up the calculator now to fact check myself. Damage calc. Average Palafin hero build, which in my opinion is Mystic Water with a fast max speed attacker hitting Moonblast. No, it won't KO. Wave Crash will. Wave Crash actually being really scary here. I completely forgot this Pokemon gets it. Ooh, if it is 32 HP Palafin, I don't know what we're going to see here. Does Light of Ruin KO? It's a roll. There's a chance. A 98.5% chance to KO. With insane recoil, though. Hits Protect, avoiding the possible KO anyway. Skeleturge sitting here. Hopefully... Oh, no! Double Protect, avoiding Fake Out. Just trying to see what these people are aiming for. Fake Out going into the Palafin slot, likely to kill it with Light of Ruin. Fake Out would put it in killing range. Unfortunately, we do not have that option. We've been revealed Yawn, Trick Room, and Fake Out. We still don't know that 4th move, unless I'm stupid and just wasn't paying attention, and the 4th move did get revealed. Ooh. Darn timer made them unable to think through their turn, even though they knew Double Protect was coming. A Calm Mind would have been amazing there, if this is Calm Mind Floette. Now, the one important thing that we need to see here is that this Floette is able to get something done. We have a Torch Song right here that could end Floette's entire career, but Wave Crash is also pretty much guaranteed to kill if it's Mystic Water. Protect from the Floette. What is Meowstic doing? Yawning the Palafin, knowing that they can't really switch, even though they probably should in the Melodic. Jet Punch. That probably wouldn't have killed. Well, actually it might have, because Adamant Mystic Water. Shadow Ball. Killing Swiss. One last yawn to end the game, and it is now 2-3 in Oz's favor. Well, 2 Pokemon to 3 Pokemon in Oz's favor. We are sitting here with Calyrex Sturd at 76, able to KO this. Able to KO the Skeleturge, but high horsepower into a Melodic does not look to be doing jack. This is a really good position, especially with Jet Punch. And no stamina boosts. This Palafin is an insane threat. One thing that's insanely important to see here is that we are not... Yeah, I accidentally hurt myself. It was almost horrible. Is that we are probably not going to be gaining a lot from this game. It's looking like it's completely in Oz's favor, which means I'll be top 3 in the draft. Double Protect does not come out. Protect on the Mudstale. Oh. I think our first assessment is a little bad. Jet Punch. KOing. I personally would have kept it up and hit high horsepower. Torch Saw going into the Mudstale. But protecting it for one last turn, and it is 3-1, especially with a water type here. That Wave Crash will absolutely run through Mudstale, and that is game. Oh, wait! I forgot about the yawn! He has to switch out Palafin for Melodic here. Or maybe Shadow Ball. I don't know how many boosts we have on Skeleturge, but Shadow Ball might work. This game is still possibly winnable. Very possibly winnable. Oh, fast asleep still. Yawn coming out into the Mudstale, trying to do exactly what they've been doing to them the entire game. Mudstale hitting high horsepower. Oh, EQ! Getting as much damage as they can on both targets. Skeleturge not dying to that because of how bulky this stupid snake is. Citrus Berry's on the Skeleturge! I don't know if that was revealed already. That's very interesting. And now we are going to see... Ooh, still fast asleep on the Palafin. Shadow Ball going into the Skeleturge slot, going into the Mudstale. Mudstale only taking 24. Stamina coming out. Earthquake! 1 HP on Skeleturge. It's all over. This Mudstale probably does not have anything here, especially with how much it did last time, and that is game for the Skeleturge. 1 HP, living the dream. Who needs a Mega on their team when you have a Skeleturge? Ooh, wakes up, hits Wave Crash, and that is it. Oz leaving this on a 2-1 record. Beans likely falling behind me after losing 2 games in draft, and that is as much as commentary as I can give you. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and most importantly, good afternoon, good evening, and wait, no. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, folks.